All right, today's lesson, elements, sets, and subsets. We're going to go through the couple of definitions, then few examples, and then that's it. So first definition, a set is made up of defined elements or objects. So let's go through an example here. We have this notation. Let's do just the three elements in here, just make it easier. So here it is. Now, a set usually defined by a capital letter. So that's set A, and any of the subsets they are represented by these small letters. Okay, so that's how it is. Now within the sets we can create a lot of subsets, and the subsets that we're going to use, it has to include all and some of the elements within the the set. So each of these are called an element. That's why, or objects, doesn't matter, but elements. So in this set, we have three elements right here, A, B, C. And let's write up all the subset. You take any of the combination of A, B, C and include it, and have to include the empty set by definition. An empty set defined by the symbol, basically it means nothing. Every set has an empty set, and also it has its own full set that includes a subset. So it's kind of a weird thing to say, but that's true. What are the subsets of A? And you have to list them all. First itself, then any of the combination that you will see, ABs, AC, and so forth and so on, and includes each of the single elements and the empty sets. Now notice that I'm using curly brackets. That is a proper notation for set and subsets. You got to get used to it by definition. Okay, now let's go through and see what's happening in here. We have three elements in here. Let's see how many subsets do we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now it turns out that the number of subsets for any set with n elements is 2 to the n. Okay, always is. That's what the number of subsets that you get. Now, if you don't include the set itself, then you will have what is called the proper subset. That means itself is not included. And in this case, the number of subset will be 2n minus 1. Okay? So that's what that would be. All right. So in this case, so we have 8 for the example that I just gave you for set A. So we just counted everything, right? So, but the proper subset for this set A will be 8, which is 2 to the 3 minus 1, which is 8 minus 1, which will be 7. And that makes sense. There are 7 subsets in here, taking away the ABC itself. All right, let's look at another example. Okay, look at this example. Determine the total number of factors of 50 and list them all, and then use a set notation. Okay, the original set notation, so what we want is all factors of the set A is all factors of 50. All right, so now let's go ahead and do all the factors of 50. So here it is, we have 50. So 50 is a factor of itself. The next one is 25, right? Next one is 10, next one is 5, and next one is 2. Okay, these are all factors of 50. So the way we write it is that the set A, and we're going to write it as in the set notation in this form. Very simple. All right, how many elements do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so, and it turns out that the total number of elements or subsets of A, 5 in total, and the proper subset will be 2 to the 5th minus 1. And remember, in proper subset, you don't include the entire set, its subset itself. Okay, that would be 31 subsets for this set. Okay, let's look at another question. And here's another question right here. We have a set and it has 1024 subsets. How many unique elements are in the set? We're going to go backwards now. So n is what we're looking for, but it's giving us that the total number of subset, which is 2 to the n, is equal to 10,024. Okay, and because it says unique elements, that means that we are including entire set itself as a subset. So we're including everything. So 2 to the n equal to 1024, and you can take out your calculator and then do the trial and error. N is equal to 10. Okay, this set will have 10 elements. And if you want to know exactly what is the number of the proper subset, you just have to subtract 1 from it. So this would be 1023. That would be the number of proper subset. Okay, so remember, if a subset does not contain or includes the set itself, then you got yourself a proper subset. That is it for this lesson. Check out the next video. We'll be talking about pathway problem, which is part of the combinatorics unit. All right, until next time.